Hello and welcome for our market talk on what it is, June the 5th. And yeah, I already can see some members here. Hello Rezo, hello Mary, hello Dan, hello Vonix, hello Sabina, and also here on YouTube. Yeah, then let's getting started. Everyone who doesn't know me yet, yeah, please feel free to write here on the YouTube channel. I think the people on Discord, they already know me. And yeah, some words about myself. I started trading 30 years ago at the age of 13, and I set up my first investment company at the age of 17 with two partners who actually taught me the investment business. And well, then I also had a sort of burnout a couple years later, and I sold my shares of in that company, and I moved to China, where I set up a second investment company with a Chinese partner together. And with her, we managed over 150 million US dollar and had a team of 30 traders and analysts in our company. And if you are quite successful in China, you always get trouble with the government. For example, one of our best trading days was the subprime crisis 2008, where we made over $800,000 in one single trade. Yeah, unfortunately, this didn't last, and then I was imprisoned. Yeah, I was detained in China in May 2011 for outsmarting the Chinese finance system, and the next 7 years and 7 months I spent in prison and detention center. I was released in December 2018, and of course, the first thing that you did was writing a book. And this you can see on the top right. It's called Dragon Years. There's also an unofficial English version available. If you want to have this, please let me know. Yeah, right now you can get more information about me on robertrother.com. So now Bookmap has a special yeah, competition running right now, and I really like that because you can show your trading desk. Yeah, it's called Bookmap desk. You can make pictures of your trading desk, and you can also actually win money from that. I always forget here. I'm a little bit confused because there was some tragedy in our family yesterday, and yeah, it made things a little bit complicated. I will post the link later here. Anyway, it starts June 2nd, ends June 30th, and if you make a picture of your trading desk and publish this with the hashtag Bookmap desk, then you have the yeah, possibility to win $1,000 or more. So, and if you're here on YouTube and you do not have a Bookmap license key yet, or if you do not, or if you're not a member of Discord yet, I suggest that you sign up for Bookmap with my affiliate links, and you get also special conditions. And then you can come here to Discord. You go to verify, you enter your Bookmap email address, and then you get a code that you can enter here, and then you're verified on Bookmap Discord channel, where you can enter all these interesting channels and also my personal chat room. And you also see here on the top right my live stream. It's a little bit faster than YouTube, and you can ask questions here without any delays. Yeah, these are also some certificates over the last year that I earned from Apex, and from Apex I'm also under probation status. I cannot open any accounts anymore, and yeah, probably I'm I outsmarted the system also. Tonight, for anyone who is interested, we have webinar about prop firm trading. It's for free. It's at 7 p.m. Central European time, and this is 1 p.m. Eastern time. You can learn more about my person, about what I'm doing, and how I am basically doing the prop firm business. Now we are coming to the last point. All Bookmap limited materials, information, presentations are for educational purposes only and should not be considered specific investment advice nor recommendations. Trading futures, equities, and digital currencies involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. So now we have the official part done. And yeah, let's have a look at the markets. Today we have to see that yeah, the German Chancellor, Mr. Merz, is visiting Donald Trump, and this can become again a Trump show. And also I just see this move here. I don't know what happened here. Like I said, I just switched on my computer to see what's happening here. And if I want to know if something special is going on, I'm going to Financial Juice and see what happens there. Okay, that is China, Xi Jinping and Trump hold phone talks at Trump's request. Xinhua News. This is a Chinese Bloomberg version, Xinhua. Since I lived 15 years in China, I know this country quite well. And yeah, this is the move here. And traders resume fully pricing in Fed rate cut in September. Yes, exactly, trader. This happened. Back in China and hold Chinese hold the call. Yeah, we can see this here. So now I'm going to adjust my VWAPs here. Second is London session VWAP. Today is 5th. This is the US session VWAP, and we have the, I'm calling it day VWAP, starting at official market opening. Close. So, but since we have this news event here, we can actually add an anchored VWAP here. This might be interesting because we also see liquidity popping up here at 6,000. Let me add one here and follow this one. And we could see VWAP, the London session VWAP was holding very nicely. Now we have the VWAP here. I'm going to give this one a different color. Basically, I'm calling this a news VWAP. We can see that this is also working quite well here. And interesting, we have this big, huge liquidity at 6,000 with 819. And we have this VWAP here. I will place an order just before this VWAP, before market opening. Okay, 8 ticks might be too small. We have more liquidity. I'm using 10. Placing this order exactly at the VWAP. Maybe the market is going to test it once, but I believe the liquidity will be taken out, not taken out, absorbed later. And what we can see here also, these lines here, these are the settlement prices from the last, I don't know, 30 days or so. Yeah, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask them here in the chat room. And if you're on YouTube, hit the like button. Hello, Steven. Nice to see you again. Yeah, let's have a look at the longer time frame. Look at the 50-minute chart. Also, yeah, we have the 6,000 level. We broke through this, or through this news, and we have this high volume nodes here at 6,027. This should be the next resistance zone. Otherwise, the VWAP here at the low, it's still, well, I would say we are at the upper, if we call this a range, yeah. We are at the upper level. It's dangerous to go. I mean, mostly if you have a range, you basically buy the low and sell the high. Yeah. Also, if you look here even at a smaller time frame, if we go a little bit deeper into that view, we can see market simply ranging here. Always is 5,000, 6,000 is the stop level. The other stocks doing NVIDIA a little bit up pre-session. Tesla down at 323. But let's wait if we can catch the trade here before market opening. Oh, and another liquidity is coming up here. 346 contracts at 97.75. So, yeah, feel free to ask questions. Otherwise, I gave my brief introduction to the market situation. And we're going to wait what's going to happen. I mean, this should be a nice short level here. On the other side, I would also basically go long here. It's the London session VWAP, it worked here. But what I want to see is how deep or how far it went below. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ticks. Little sweep here. Yeah, and for basic reference, I already saw it here, the volatility index at 17. It's quite low, if you can see, compared to the last weeks. And it's a reasonable level, basically a good level to trade. And then sometimes 10 ticks as take profit and stop loss can be a little bit far away. But let's see. So I'm moving down this order 1 tick. And on the other side, I'm placing here an order at the London VWAP. Otherwise, are there any financial, any economic events today? It's a bit. No. Oh. Fed speech at 6 p.m. Central European Time. Okay. This can cause always some market movements, but otherwise nothing important, except that there is a German Chancellor visiting the United States. And I think they are going to start talk in 2 hours, if I'm right. And then, well, maybe the Trump show can continue. And we see some Iceberg orders popping up here. Sell limit Iceberg orders. That was a buy limit Iceberg order. So let's see if we can catch the trade here before opening. Oh, come on. And we have 2 settlement prices below. Buy limit Iceberg orders also coming. Okay, now we got the trade. Market is slow. Alisat, which broker you trade on? This here is right now a prop firm account from Bullinox. Personally, I trade with AMP futures for day trading. Nicolas Molina, I am not sure to trade under these market conditions. Yeah, definitely. I totally agree with you. The Trump show continues, and I'm also not trading funded accounts right now. But this is more personal reason. Since one of my best friends passed away yesterday, so you should not challenge or you should not trade when you feel this way. So okay, but now let's see if we can get this trade. One more tick. Yeah, okay, perfect trade before market opening. Normally we can quit trading now. The day is over. Very nice London session. VWAP touched even the settlement price. Yeah, I was not sure where to enter, but the settlement price is another good support, and then we can see the incoming buying action. And if I read here the German news, they already are saying that Donald Trump surprised the German Chancellor Merz with a change of plan, and yeah, let's see what's going to happen there. So now market is going even back to this new VWAP. Still 10 minutes before market opening. Going to try to take this trade. But we can also see liquidity was taken out. There were over 800 lots. And well, let's see. If you are new to prop firm trading, you can also join my webinar tonight at 7 p.m. CET. Also post the link here. You can just sign up. It's about my person who doesn't know me yet, and it's about how I manage my prop firm business environment. Anisat, rest in peace. Yes, Flo, also thank you. Yeah, it's a big tragedy. It's what can I say? I believe you will see more and more pictures about this person in the near future, and it will be probably the biggest funeral here in north of Germany. And he was like a father to me. He helped me a lot after I came out of prison, and yeah, I spent the last 7 years with him basically every day together. Cliff Smith, hello. Do you use 10-10 stop loss? Not always. It depends on the volatility. You always have to look at the volatility index, the VIX is called, and depending on where the volatility is, then I have to adjust my take profit and stop loss. Sometimes it's a little bit less, maybe only 8 or 7 ticks if we are in a range of 14 or 15. And if we go higher at 26, 27, I can also use like 15 or 20 ticks take profit. Deal with that. If you want to learn more, then just sign up for our webinar. And tonight at 7 p.m. Central European time or 1 p.m. Eastern time, I will give you a deep view about my person and what I did, and also how I managed to receive dozens of payouts. Yeah, so we wait for market opening now. I mean, you could take another trade here either at London VWAP or settlement price, but if you look at this situation, this, to take the trade, to take the entry here at 90.5 is more risky, is a little bit more risky than the settlement price, but maybe the market will not go to the settlement price. But what we can also see here right now, they are playing around with iceberg orders and try to probably push the market into some directions here. Oh, now we could see the sweep here to the London VWAP. Ah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 would not reach my take profit. You know, I'm always playing trades in my mind. I always try to see if it could work or not. So my take profit would be here at 92, yeah. Would not get to fill yet. Has to go one tick higher. Now, yeah, the straight would be perfect. Sweep to the VWAP. Algorithms are going to start to buy, and I would be out here. Yeah, it's like that, but I already had one very good trade before. So don't be greedy. Sean, will your webinar be recorded? Yes, of course. The webinars will be recorded, and if you sign up, you will also get the recording probably by tomorrow. What was that long entry level? 90.5. This is the London session VWAP. Starting with the market opening in London. This is 9 a.m. Central European time or 3 a.m. Eastern time. And this VWAP is working quite well. One of our community members actually gave me this idea, Marco, and then I implemented it. And I said, because he's living in Los Angeles, and then you also have a different time zone to New York, and then he's starting trading different time zones. And yeah, that is, I have to say, it's working quite well. Also during the day, the London VWAP is very powerful. Thaddeus Bilalos, hi, I have a question. Why is your settlement level at 5989 instead of 5981? My settlement, you mean we have here, we have different settlement prices, yeah. 5981 is, you must look at the date here. We have the date, yeah. It's June the 3rd. I'm not sure which time format we are using here. This is English. This is day. June the 3rd is here. This is May the 19th. And this one here is June the 4th. Sometimes it can be that they're not updated so quickly. One of our community members is doing this, and sometimes he also has to work. Alisad, well, I found futures very hard to understand. I trade CFD, but I'm not profitable. That's why I'm trying to learn order flow. But there is no info about how to get data by data, trade futures and so on. Well, I'm also trading CFDs, Alisad. Actually, I'm trading a lot of CFDs as a product, and I'm using basically the futures data to get order flow information, and then I execute long-term trades in CFDs because I simply have a better risk ratio. I can manage my risk better according to my personal account. And futures, yeah, futures is difficult. Well, I mean, not difficult to understand. There is a very good book about this, which is like the Bible of futures trading. I will give you also the link. It's a must read. Okay, well, that was now a very, very fast trade here at market opening. These are the trades that I really love. I was just not even looking at it. But I will give you the book title in a second. But let's review this trade here. And I think Rhythmic was not even too fast enough. I got my execution here, short at this news VWAP, and I was out immediately here a couple seconds later. If you look at this, I should have gotten the trade here at time 330.03 and at 330.04 within 1 second I'm out of the trade. Yeah, that is a lovely situation. And now, well, I'm basically staying flat here right now. Let's see what the market is doing. But with this result, I'm already happy for the day. We basically don't need to continue trading. You're welcome, Flo. I will post. Yes, Rezo, thank you. It was really 2 top trades. And now I will give you also the link to this book. Here on Amazon. Well, this is a must read if you want to understand futures. Option volatility and pricing, advanced trading strategies and techniques. Options, volatility and pricing, this is a must have. Yeah. There's also a workbook about this. If you want to learn about futures trading, this is the Bible. Yeah, if you have questions, feel free to ask them. Basically, my trading day is done for today. Do not challenge your luck. Yeah. Mega picture here. Tesla minus 3.8%. What's going on there again? In earnings coming up soon. 29th of July. NVIDIA, my favorite stock. Yeah, I bought NVIDIA here at $87 even there. Perfect entry now at 142. I really enjoy that. Rezo, sometimes I trade so long and end up in minus and with you 30 minutes and done. Yeah, Rezo, this is really, that is true. And I always say if you trade longer, it doesn't mean that you are more profitable. No, it's definitely not. As longer you stay and sit in front of the computer, as most likely you're also going to lose. Sean, how many trades do you take per day? What are your trading rules? How many trades? Basically 2 to 3 trades. I have my goals that I want to reach for my funded accounts. And if I reach this profit target, I'm done. And this is mostly with 1 or 2 trades. And then I stop trading. And this is also basically done in 1 hour of, or the first hour of the trading day. And my trading rules is I have a trading philosophy. My trading philosophy is simply to detect when algorithms are going to buy and sell. And this information I'm using to place my trades. Thaddeus Pilalos, are you a millionaire? Well, you can read my book, Drachenjahre or Dragon Years in German and English. Then you will figure out what I have done in my life. So right now there's no would you consider a short trade at the session VWAP here? US session, yes, we have 2 VWAPs here, day and session VWAP, yes, definitely. Yeah, but I'm not going to take any trade here anymore. I'm already over my daily target. But here, if you look, this 87, 87.5, yeah, definitely. Two VWAPs at the same level. Interesting. Flo, what is your personal daily loss limit on funded accounts? I do not have a fixed number that I'm using. Yeah, it's more like, am I feeling? It's more like a psychological question, and also sometimes if you are lucky or not. You know, if you are trading, sometimes you always got stopped out by one tick, or your profit target is not reached by one tick. Then I know by myself I'm simply not lucky today. And if I'm not lucky, then I stop trading immediately and I do something else. Or I switch to evaluation accounts. But if I know that I am lucky and maybe one or two trades were not that good, then I will still continue trading. But I do not have a number that I'm using, no. It's more like an emotional question and a question of luck. And if I know the luck is on my side today, then I'm also going to push harder. So now we can see we're here more or less in an upwards trend now. Yes, I can send you the link. 1 second. This is the link of my best-selling book. It became a bestseller in Germany. Oh, well, let me get the link. I'm not sure if this is a. It should be this link. It's this book here, Drachenjahre. How I survived 7 years and 7 months in a Chinese prison. Became a Spiegel bestseller book in Germany. And yeah, I'm the author of that. And then you can learn more about my life, what I did in China, and how crazy it was. Interesting. We have a big buy order here. Bit 88. Marco, hello. Nice to see you. Good morning. I already mentioned you in my live stream because we made a very good trade here at the London session VWAP, or the London VWAP. Pascal, hello. Nice to see you also. So, and here on YouTube, hit the like button, yeah. Ja. So, where do you want to go? Also very nice, we saw this high volume nodes, the yellow lines, these are high volume nodes on a longer term time frame. The market very nice, touched here, touched there, and we get the pullback. Yeah, come on, ask questions. Rezo, do you meditate? I think in the way that you understand meditation, not. There are a lot of ways how you can meditate. I think one of the most efficient ways for me is simply to go for a walk and start thinking. The way how you can see meditation from like in videos or whatever. I did that before, a long time, especially when I was in prison. I also wrote a lot about these things, and I have a friend from Thailand with whom who taught me this. This is why I also went to Thailand to pick him up. He also spent 17 years in prison, and we wrote a book about this, and we are continue writing on that. And one day, I believe there will be more information about the way of meditation. Oh, so again here now, little shake off. Okay, I believe the Trump show continues. Yeah, I'm staying away here right now. I do not get any further news. But if Donald Trump is on the phone with Chinese president, everything can happen. Yeah, that's it. Exactly, Rezo. Everything can happen with Donald Trump at any time. From where do I get this news, Tadios? There's a very good website called Financial Juice. Oops, it's wrong. Financial Juice. And here you get basically the latest information. And then also can see here why we had this move, because China, Xi Jinping and Trump, they're holding a call, yeah, and that moved the market. So if you do not know, or if I don't know what's happening right now, I'm going to use, first I'm going to check this website. Rezo, is it actually insider trading what they do with big loss on one day and big gain on another? I believe there's a lot of insider trading involved. I cannot imagine that they are not using this for their own advantage. But to prove this, we can, well, we cannot, actually, it's very difficult to prove this, yeah. But for me, as I'm also from the institutional side, and we did this in China over a decade, this sort of business, some people are using this information, definitely. Ömer, how do you manage the funded account? How many contracts? That depends on the size of the account, yeah, and how much profit you already have. There is no answer for that. And also, most importantly, is what is the volatility right now in the market? The volatility decides which contracts or how many contracts you can trade. And what's the difference between eval and funded for you? Well, evaluation account, very simple. I just either I'm crashing it or I'm getting funded within 1 or 2 days. Everything else doesn't make sense because it's a waste of time. And if I have funded account, the most important thing is to follow the consistency rule and do every day the same thing to get your payout. Pascal, I don't know. I don't want to know what happens when they hang up. Yeah, that's good, Pascal. Yes, that can be very, very, yeah, interesting. What, Sean? What are the biggest mistakes new traders make? I believe they trade too much. Yeah, make money and think they are the best. Yeah, Alois Santa, nice to see you also. Also one thing, but for me, they completely underestimate that if you're a day trader or if you're a trader, if you watch football, you're playing a Champions League, yeah, and you have enemies that are companies like BlackRock. Just as an example, BlackRock has more money than the German and French GDP together, government, yeah. So they have the most intelligent computer systems and people that you can buy for money. And then someone new coming to the trading business and is competing with them, and he believes that if I read some books about chart techniques that I can compete with them or that I can make money. They're just sitting there and laughing, laughing, laughing how stupid you are. And that is, and then yeah, it's just they overestimate themselves and their knowledge so much, and they think if they watch some YouTube videos that they really can understand anything from that business, which is just, it's just funny, you know. And then I think one of the most important thing is people overtrade. They believe if I sit longer in front of the screen that I can make more money. No, it's not like that. As less you watch the markets, as more money you make. Yeah, revenge trading is also a very good point, Alois Santa, yeah. Would you consider setting AVWAP from the low? Well, yeah, you can do that, but I think it's already done now, no? Yeah. There's the market is still here in a downward trend, but of course you can assume that we have a low here set in anchored VWAP, but then this VWAP would be somewhere here and we're already below it. I think we are going to see maybe new lows here and catching the liquidity at 59. Oh, my voice is almost gone. Blue also, we have the best politicians that money can buy. Yeah. Tadeus, do you use as well low volume nodes for entry or just high volume nodes? I also use low volume nodes, but sometimes you really have to make a decision. What are you focusing on? For me personally, high volume nodes work for me quite well. Yeah, but you can also use low volume nodes. It always depends on your trading style. Oh, Rezo, the last $200. Yeah, be careful. Yeah, they are always the worst ones. How many times my account was also like $200 or $300 um, below, and then I got yeah, I got stopped out. Yeah, the last only $200. Yeah. Rezo, long there, short out there. Yeah, perfect. Are these your last $200? No. What are the most important VWAP for you in a day, Irma? I have the yellow one, that's the day VWAP, starting with market opening from the extended trading hours. Then I have the London session VWAP starting at 9 a.m. Central European Time or 3 a.m. Eastern Time. And I have the US session VWAP starting with the regular trading hours. Yeah, now we are going to see new lows here. We Yeah, the market doesn't want to go above 6,000. There we have this big resistance zone here. And now I need 400 more. Yeah, Rezo. So, settlement price did hold up, yeah. So then, yeah, I'm also going to quit for today, since I had we had a big tragedy yesterday here. One of my best friends passed away, and but we still have the yeah, webinar tonight at 7 p.m. CET. Who wants to join? Or 1 p.m. Eastern time. I hope to see you there. Thaddeus, one more question. And do you also use footprint chart? No, I don't use footprint chart. I also don't use gamma levels. I have my trading, Thaddeus, is very simple. I know when algorithms are buying and selling. That's my only business that I'm doing. Everything else is not of my concern and doesn't help me to make money. The only thing is, are you making money or not? And only find one thing that is giving you an edge in making money. Everything else is of no point. So then, see you later. See you tonight. Yeah. Bye.